Good afternoon. The longest I've ever planned a trip in advance was about a year. You can't even buy airplane tickets more than a year in advance. So the idea of putting dates on the calendar and then planning for it and doing all of the steps that are required for that planning, that doesn't happen for longer than about a year. Maybe some of you have planned for things longer than that, where you've looked ahead and you've picked out the dates and you've made the plans, especially if you were going to drive. I suppose you could plan for more than a year in advance, but you certainly can't buy the tickets on an airplane further than a year in advance. So that's about the longest I've ever planned ahead on something. That translates to a long time to wait. But when you think about it, it's not really that long. It seems like a long time when you look at it from the time where you're starting to plan and you think, man, that's never going to get here. But when you look back, you say, wow, that year kind of went pretty fast, actually. That is nothing even in comparison to the entire time of our lives. When you think about how long the average lifespan is, 1 year is really nothing to wait for something that we really want. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 25, verse 1, it says this, "O Lord, you are my God. I will exalt you. I will praise your name because you have done astounding things, plans laid long ago that are firm and faithful." The plans that Isaiah speaks about are plans that go back much further than a year, much further than even a couple of years, the most that we might plan something in the future. These plans that God is speaking of here through the prophet Isaiah go back, well, before you and I were ever here. Before time even started, in eternity, God made these plans, the plans that He knew would have to be put into motion, plans that were there to save you, to save me. Plans that included saying that His Son Jesus was going to come to this world. Plans that said that His Son Jesus would go to the cross to pay for your sins and mine. Plans that included you and me coming to faith when we came to faith, when we finally got here to this world. Those plans had been in place for a long time. And you notice what Isaiah says about them? They were firm and faithful. God is always going to do what He says He's going to do. And He's never going to back out. That means you and I are going to be saved. We are going to get to heaven because He's already put the plans in place. Until we see each other again, the Lord's blessings on your day.